Hi, everybody. We're
They
here.
have to wait another 20 seconds, but that's okay.
So, welcome to the show, everybody. Before we get into our usual chit chat, I will remind
This is the
everybody.
usual chit chat.
Well, that's true. But before we get too deep into the usual chit chat, I will remind everybody that we will be watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine: The Search Part 2 tonight. So if you don't have it queued up on whatever platform you're watching it on, go ahead and queue up The Search Part 2. It's episode 2 of season 3 of Deep Space Nine. And when the time comes, we will watch that together. But first, Dana, how are you?
Yes, Steve. I'm pretty good. I got observed today for my final evaluation for this year. But I think it went well. I hope it went well, because if it didn't go well, then I think it went well and didn't go well. And I don't know why it didn't go well. So I really hope it went well, because it felt like it went well.
When you told me about it earlier, it sounded like it went well, or at least like you.
I know, but what if I missed something? What if there was something? I know. What if that principal is just a really good poker player? or potentially a really good poker player? You know, I don't know.
Like Commander Riker?
No, I was thinking Lady Gaga, but you know.
Oh, because of the poker
potato. Exactly. Kemp Chalmers. Okay. So my advice would be to go to sleep. I mean, I have an almost 20-year-old
that's
who
hilarious.
Wakes up in the middle of the night.
Go to sleep.
and fortunately does not sleep in our bed, but who pulls us out to the living room to sleep on the sofa and the love seat and the recliner. So yeah, at 4 years old, I think nightmares and even night terrors, which are like really bad nightmares, are actually developmentally, not uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it's like really bad, I don't see that there's anything wrong with co-sleeping.
Yeah. I mean,
I would say it, maybe at the next regular checkup, talk to the pediatrician, but I think I don't think there's, I don't think it's something to be concerned about. If it is screwing with your sleep and you're like not able to, get to work on time, then that's more of a problem, and maybe talk to the pediatrician sooner rather than, waiting. But, if you can take a nap in the afternoon or just get through it, then it's okay. They'll probably outgrow it.
Could I suggest investing in soundproofing their room and then getting a nice heavy door that you can just lock?
You could suggest that, Steve, but that would just illustrate how much of an asshole you are.
Well, I'm not saying lock them in there forever, just overnight,
Yeah, I know. My statement stands.
When it's time to get up in the morning, you unlock the door. Let them out.
Yep. You're an asshole, Steve.
That's my solution. That's my preferred solution.
No, it's not.
That's my preferred. No. Well, no, I got my preferred solution last year. My preferred solution is all taken care of.
Kids, but you never know.
It's not 100%. It's not 100%.
There's always surprises in life. Oh boy!
It's just at this point that would be a really, really big surprise.
I mean, what if somebody just knocked on the door and said, "Hi, you've never met me before, but you're my dad."
Well, I would know they were a liar. I would know for a fact that they were a liar. Because I've kept track. I have not. It's one of the bright sides of not being terribly prolific in terms of sexual partners. It's like there's not that much to keep track of. It's like
that's such a good word for it, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the opposite of that. So it's like, let me see. Okay, no, didn't knock her up. There's not that long of a list, and there's okay. I think I'm good. Andrew, that's
Good point.
vasectomies can be undone.
Bodily autonomy is not a thing anymore.
Although my urologist told me that I should think of it as permanent.
Think of it that way.
That undoing a vasectomy, like, it's possible, but apparently the success rate of reversing a vasectomy is not as high as the success rate of having one.
Ooh.
So, like, it's theoretically possible to reverse it, but you shouldn't count on that. Like, basically, don't do this unless you're sure.
And you are.
Yeah, like, don't think of it as like, oh, I can change my mind later. Like, no, don't count on that.
Although I will say, Caitlin, I didn't notice that you were talking to 255 AD, and I was like, I was wondering what this had to do with the postal vote system, but then I realized that was a reply to somebody else and not to this particular conversation.
Wait, you can get a vasectomy in the mail? It's like an at-home kit? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, mine was covered by insurance, but it would have been nice to know,
So much more convenient that way.
Indeed. Kemp Chalmers says there is a former NFL player with 10 kids, and he got his vasectomy after the 7th. Well, he needs to go back.
I like how it says like 10 kids. It's like
after you get,
after you get past half a dozen, it's hard to keep track.
Rough estimate. Yeah. He needs to go back to see his urologist again and say, you need to have another look down there because something's still getting through.
Maybe he didn't pay attention to the waiting period.
Yeah, but so he had 3 more kids like during the waiting period. The waiting period's only
He's an NFL player.
That's true. That's
he
true.
Could be like, hey, I'm good now. And he went out, and then his doctor's like, by the way. So, actually, that's not what his doctor said. I'm sure, but I'm sure his doctor, if he'd gotten pizza, would have been like, by the way.
Just a second. Oh, 255 AD. I missed that the first time, but I just scrolled up to see it. That sucks.
I thought you were talking about personal bad news, but yeah, the voter ID is
the voter
bullshit.
ID thing is it's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit.
We have bad news here too. Yay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I will have I'm writing a video about that for Monday. That I just started this morning because I did my scripting backwards this week, where I wrote my Wednesday video first, and then I didn't get an idea for the Monday video until today. And I thought I would maybe try to say something about the Roe thing, but I couldn't figure out what my angle was going to be. And then I figured I got it today, and I was like, that's it. So so hopefully I'll finish writing that maybe tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be super long. It's just going to be like a personal monologue type thing.
Oh boy.
So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. We live in a bad country. We're a bad country, and we do bad things to ourselves as well as to other countries. Mm-hmm. So at least we're fair about it.
They do. And Andrew, I'm really excited. I hope you guys have a lot of fun over the weekend. Yay. 5 is a great birthday to have. Actually, all birthdays are pretty good.
Pretty much all of them.
Speaking of which, Steve.
Yes.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you, Dana.
Tomorrow's Steve's birthday, everybody.
And thank you to the fine folks at Paramount for giving me the present of a brand new Star Trek show.
The best birthday present ever, we hope.
A brand new Star Trek show.
Really bad.
Yeah.
It might...
The advanced reviews have been good and have been very encouraging. So I am
hopeful.
I am very hopeful. Yes, I am tentatively hopeful. It's it's based around a version of Captain Pike that we have already seen because he was in the 2nd season of Discovery, and also that version of Spock and Number One. So we've seen these characters played by these actors before, so it's not like we're going in completely fresh. But Kirak 2011 42 actually.
The meaning of life.
42, which it's the meaning. I am the meaning of life.
Well, you will be tomorrow.
That's yes, and for the next year. And then,
yeah,
you
I
know.
belatedly thought about wishing you happy birthday today, just to like, be like, pretend like I forgot. And then I realized that I forgot to forget. I am that good at forgetting, you guys.
Radical Bacon, Cinco de Chivo. I think I like that. Cinco de
I
Chivo.
like that Kara's mom wants to know who the lovely swearing man is. Well, I think 5 years or almost 5 is still a little bit too long to remember. Like, although, I mean, it's what YouTube Steve likes to curse.
You can get there through that, or you can actually youtube.com/just my name is the best way to get to it.
Is it Steve Shives or Steve _ Shives?
No, just Steve Shives.
Wow.
All together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm a Taurus. Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Yep.
And I used to drive a Taurus.
You did. I remember
Dana?
It. And it had a car phone, you guys.
It did a car phone.
Which
in the console, you flipped open the console and there was a car. It was and
back in the day when that was like a really big deal.
Oh yeah, I felt like such a yuppie.
You were
Azalea. Yeah, Azalea. You're
part
right.
Of that. You were, and honestly, Steve.
Yes.
Don't feel sad. Just 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Ah, nice. Nice.
You were young and urban-ish.
But not
urban proximate, but definitely not professional.
Definitely not professional.
Ever been professional?
No.
You have you in any of your acting acted as a character who was a professional?
Not really.
255 AD, car phones have been legal for a long time.
Yeah.
I know because we have stories. Okay, so my parents are in their 80s. And my mom has a story of her older brother who is no longer with us, Uncle Tommy. And I think he worked at MIT. I think he was a professor there. He was a professor. I'm not sure it was MIT, but somewhere up in super Yankee land. And like he was driving into the university and he looked at the freeway to his left and his right, and both of the people on either side of him when they were in slow moving traffic were on their car phones. And so, not to be outdone, he took off his shoe because that's the size that car phones were back in the day.
Like Maxwell Smart. Yes.
Oh, gracious. Oh. Well, Radical Bacon, yes, but that's Hans.
That's true. No, Hans and Hans has the attitude and the bearing of a professional actor, but not necessarily the resume.
Not necessarily the pay.
His career has not quite gone how he might have wished it to.
Hey, has he gotten paid to act?
Oh yes, I would say he definitely has gotten paid to act. Yes.
Then he's a professional.
Which puts him ahead of me because I have acted in movies and such, but it's always been movies that I was also like involved in writing and producing and, part of like a low budget film company. So I never actually got paid for any of the acting that I did.
Oh, wow. Dude, that puts me ahead of you too.
Yeah.
I have not gotten paid to act in film, but I have gotten paid as a character actor.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Because for
up at Sea Rock City.
Yeah. As like yeah. No. Oh.
I am friends with Mrs. Claus.
Oh, that's right. Yes. You are friends with Mrs. Claus.
Yes, and I got paid to be friends with Mrs. Claus.
It pays to be Mrs. Claus's friend.
It literally does.
Mrs. Claus takes care of her friends.
Wait, now I missed something. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Are you laughing at answered his gun?
Yes, that's terrible.
Terrible, but also if he sleeps with his gun, if he sleeps with his gun,
if you're a bad person,
if he sleeps with his gun on the nightstand, I'm gonna just assume that it wasn't a big loss.
Yeah, it's the Darwin Award, Steve. All right,
Yeah,
I'm eating my pizza because it's getting cold.
Okay. Well, go for it.
Okay,
Shall we?
Start the show, Steve.
Shall we start the show? So, and also, so as usual, we're going to watch the episode. Then we're going to play Wordle, and then
we have a special discussion.
We have a discussion topic that is Star Trek related that Dana came up with when we were talking on the phone a couple days ago, and so hopefully we'll be up for that too. So that'll be fun. All right. So
woohoo!
Everybody get ready.
Kirok, I don't know. Yeah. I'm hoping that it won't suck.
Yeah. There's lots of people that are very curious as to how you're going to respond to this episode. So,
well, I guess I'll find out soon.
Okay, everybody get ready. I will count us in. Hopefully everybody has the episode all queued up. And if not, there'll be a time code at the top of the video there that you can sync up to. It'll be a negative time code because of how my Netflix works, but you'll be able to figure it out. And if not, nothing I can do. Okay. Ready?
Wait. No.
No?
All of a sudden I have the spinning wheel of death. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me try.
Okay.
I'm paused.
Kirok, yes, I have the recap on my copy. We're going to watch the recap. So.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I'll count us in from 3, 3, 2, 1, play. We'll hit play on play. And then we'll watch The Search Part 2. Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right. Oi, Pedro, ¿cómo va?
And the rest?
Oh, yeah, the blob people.
Yeah.
Like him.
The Ocean of Us. We've kept your room just the way you left it.
Oh, it's magic. I think you'd agree with David. You don't really have infants, but I just want to know. I'm not interrogating them. They're my family.
He's just asking basic questions.
I am enjoying it. Shut up so I can talk to them.
Yes, I'm very happy. Can't you see how happy I am? I'm overjoyed. This is all very sudden. And I left most of my friends to die to get here, and that's just now dawning on me.
Laugh effect, it would be more about having the means to cover it up. There are states that are making it illegal to travel for that purpose.
Yeah.
Mine, olives, bacon, spinach, mushrooms, I think. It's mostly gone.
What's on your pizza? Nothing. Don't be a wussy.
Anytime somebody says don't be afraid, you should probably be afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be like a trigger phrase of like what? That, and when they say, "Do you trust me?"
Oh, Chris Greenland, not only that, why do they have humanoid faces at all?
For our benefit. I gave him the changeling handshake.
Yes, Alien Jane, that was my guess. That it would make him more comfortable to see beings like himself. But
well, and also it makes, I mean, if it's like it makes sense in one way and it doesn't make sense in another way. Like if you get too, lost in the weeds, you start to think like, well, wait, why would they look just like Odo? There's no reason they would look like Odo. But then they look like Odo because Odo is the only member of that species we've seen so far. So in our minds,
no, they look like Odo. They are choosing to form themselves into a similar shape to make him feel at ease,
right?
as though
that would be like the in-world explanation if you need one. But the real explanation is because in our minds, as the audience, Odo has already defined what his people look like. So it would be jarring to us if the others didn't look like him.
Well, that's like insulting.
I mean, it is what it is. Like the Odo.
I didn't see it that way.
Odo is the template for that species. It would be like if they introduced Ferengi in their first episode of TNG, and then the next time we saw Ferengi, they look completely different.
That doesn't make any sense. Ferengi aren't shapeshifters.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think. I mean, and like, I part of it also,
and especially with it being this long. It's well established that Odo's a shapeshifter and chooses to look that way because he's around humans. C255ED, I didn't know that yet.
And part of it is also, when we've talked about this before, like just the way I interact with the show, like I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel the need to search for an explanation as to why they look the way they look. They look the way they look because that's the way they look.
Most will, I think also they don't have as much practice at looking that way as Odo does. Azalea Jane, no, I disagree, because it's been well established at this point that Odo can choose to look however he wants.
Right, but we see that like Odo has a default form, which is the way he usually looks. So the default form of the other changeling. So the default form of the other changelings is in the same style as Odo. So that we read them, we can see them immediately, and we read them as the same species.
I disagree that that's necessary.
Maybe it's not strictly speaking necessary, but it definitely moves things along. It saves a lot of time. You've only got an hour, you know. Come in.
Well, homebody, yeah. I mean, that's we also, that's why his face looks the way it does. But also, they have less experience as well. Plus, it's also presumably difficult for them as well too. And Odo's grumpy as usual.
Directed by Jonathan Frakes. You're right. We don't trust you.
I'll just be leaving then.
So the Arba, what's it now?
Okay, homebody, that was just my guess based on the information I've got so far. Jason McLean, I'm not entirely sure because it's not particular. It's more like what Winged Worm says. It's others. It's everybody else, not like
Right.
this particular group. You're also sweet with the non-spoilery bits. Didn't they have some of it on Coruscant?
Yeah. Well, in 255 AD, it's a kind of a similar situation. Like when they for a lot of Star Wars, there were only a handful of Jedi ever seen on screen. So when they introduced more Jedi, they just dressed them similar to the ones we had already seen because that way, again, it's a visual cue to be like, these are part of that group, you know. Admiral Nechayev.
I always think everything's a trap. I guess I'm not. Sure,
she could have. She could have.
chose not to. Oh, of course not. You think? He made them an offer they didn't want to refuse.
Or else.
Dun, dun, dun!
We'll find out how after this.
After these messages, we'll be
we'll be right back. I remember that.
It's good to be back.
But
of
not
course. Really. I've missed you so much.
Oh, Julian. I've missed you so. Yes, things will get back to normal on the famously normal Deep Space
Caitlin,
Nine.
that sounds lovely. Well, that's certainly preferable to the alternative that
to not living to regret
it. You know.
Yes, and the Romulan Empire will be a power in this galaxy for decades to come. It's not like our sun's going to explode anytime soon or anything.
Details.
John McWatt, that's a good one. Listen, Garrick, this is Starfleet. Bad peace treaties are just what we do. And Madman 22, that's not Dina Meyer playing the Romulan. Dina Meyer was the Romulan commander in Star Trek Nemesis.
It's right there.
Azalea, yeah, that is Seska, yeah.
I can imagine it, but she was pretty annoying. I'm grumpy. I'm perfectly fine. Oh, I know. I just want to be a rock.
Ask Alexander Dane what it's like to be a rock.
Vibrations must stop. The vibrations. Oh. Oh, they weren't wanted. Not wanted.
We're going to blow up their sun. Or a star near their sun. Boss lady out.
You've been around them too long.
I mean, saying humanoids have their flaws is like saying acid is a little bitter when you drink it.
What? No, it's not. It's tart. Bases are bitter.
Oh my fucking God.
It's not my fault that you're wrong, Steve.
All right. Acid is a little tart when you drink it. There, is that better?
I got Steve to say a little tart.
A little tart. Tart.
Little tart.
You little tart. How do you beat a changeling to death?
I think she means defeat it.
Why not just turn into a rock? How you gonna beat up a rock? We couldn't. It was kind of a crazy plan in hindsight. So I have 300 more years to just fuck off? I don't have to live here yet?
See, laugh effect? Exactly.
Azalea, because we do. Radical Bacon asks Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You get it written into the script. Woohoo! A special handshake.
Yeah. They do that. This is how we do it, changeling style.
This is how we do it.
They do like a little. Oh, now they're giving each other a special hug. David C. Drake, yes. This is just lewd. I mean,
well, you know, when correctly viewed, everything is lewd.
Yes. Kemp, that's correct. Stone Cold Stunner. Or if it's WrestleMania 17, just a shitload of chair shots.
Woohoo! You're a terrible liar, Kira. I know everything's going to work out just fine. I'm not the tree. I am a rock.
Trying the rock thing again.
Yes, somebody, Tom Lear. Oh, what a gift. What a gift to the world. Ha.
Now Odo has a changeling STD.
Those darn interfering changelings.
Boy, yeah.
He's so polite.
Well, I would be polite to a Jem'Hadar too.
Ha 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 ha. He's got a dream. He's got a dream. And he's going to have a Latinum latrine. Not yet, Caitlin.
Time for the requisite O'Brien suffering.
What? No, that's Quark suffering. It's his bar that's getting
That's
trashed.
right. Poor brave Julian. Look, I'm sure they won't have to kill more than a few dozen of us before they adjust to the new rules. It's fine. He's making a potatoes devil's tower like in Close Encounters.
Oh, really? They're very preoccupying, son.
I mean, I know I'm only a commander, but I'm also the protagonist of the series. I feel like I should have been included.
It's an ensemble piece, Steve.
Okay, the lead protagonist.
Lead protagonist.
My name is first in the credits. I should have something to do with this. Well, welcome, Captain Jellicoe.
That's why I'm giving them to you.
Uh-oh. Now he's mad. Yeah, you act that shit, Avery.
People that we hardly know and barely trust.
Yes.
Listen to that enunciation, y'all.
Swallowing that scenery whole, baby. Just wolfing it down.
Ooh, what?
Oh, fuck Bajor. No, we'll nuke them from orbit. No need to send in the Jem'Hadar.
I didn't ask you, Benjamin.
It's a pretty good Admiral Nechayev you got there. Little sweet, though. She's not usually that sweet. I didn't ask you.
Woo! Look at him. He's popping out the sweat.
Yeah. I'm so mad.
Ew, he pounds the table.
Thanks.
Ooh, flex, 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 flex. I am so impressed by the fact that you can shapeshift.
You were a bird? Right, you were a bird. I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you were a bird. I saw you. You flew in here just a second ago. But goodbye forever. So what's the deal?
Oh, I like Admiral Nechayev.
I like Admiral Nechayev too, actually.
Yeah, 255 AD, I was rolling my eyes at that as well.
They showed him a picture. The changelings have a picture of a vulture. Like, turn into this. And he was like, okay.
No, I don't think that's what 255 AD was talking about.
Oh.
Like, he took the form of a vulture, fine.
Right.
But what was the difference between being a vulture and being a rock?
Oh,
Why
I
was
see what
he
you're
able
saying.
to,
He's
you know,
never
find
been
out what
one.
it was that, you know, ontological experience with one and not the other?
Don't invalidate his feelings.
Oh, I'm sure maybe he felt like it, but why? Okay, Doc Oppo. No, not a note. It's like an entire fucking symphony. Oops, sorry, my bad. Steve, can you edit that out?
I can clip it a little bit later, yeah.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. Well, at least Sarah wasn't here.
Yeah, oh, she would be turning white. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Homebody, that's so. Don't say that about Sarah.
I always thought she was lovely. I very, nice, like very cheerful and supportive. I didn't find her unpleasant at all.
Oh, chew, chew, chew. Chew, chew, chew.
Yeah.
All the chewing.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say it's even kind of.
Got her. Yeah. That's right, baby. Now it's Cisco time.
Homebody, yes, I know that's what you meant. I was just being a jerk.
We were being funny.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Dun, dun, dun. How did you know I'd need proton torpedoes? Who doesn't?
We use them all the time.
It's always best to plan for the future, Garrick.
Yes, that's right. Because what if you don't end up getting killed? What then?
Exactly. Ooh, what could it be? I bet it's a present. I bet it's a present.
I can hardly wait. Oh, yeah. Give it the shocker, Odo.
Oh,
right?
Boy. I did.
A book on tailoring. Caitlin, am I wrong? Yeah. Good guys never miss. See, good guys never miss. She's not happy with you, Benjamin. Mic drop. Surprise. Welcome to the Matrix.
Dun dun dun. Hi, Andrew. I thought you'd seen this before. Ooh, we getting political here. $13.12. Oh,
she's got you there, Odo.
For who he is. You mean appalling? Yeah.
It's something appealing and something appalling.
You know what my reaction?
Yeah. Thank you, Kirak 2011. I knew I would be right. Sarah.
Someone told you. Someone told you.
There's few of you who stuck with us for the entire for the interruption.
Actually, I think it was just about everybody. So okay, you ready? Ready to finish it out?
Oh no, I thought since the episode was almost over anyway, we would just
But I don't. But what about the ending, Steve?
Well, you saw pretty much all there was to see.
The changelings are
the changelings are the founders. Odo doesn't like them.
2 minutes left on mine. But Odo doesn't like anything. He's grumpy.
Do you, I mean, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. So,
and everybody is at least acting like they're glad to see us.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, sorry again for the delay. That was me. My computer crashed.
It was all Steve's fault.
It was all my fault, but we're back, and we're not going to watch the rest of the episode because there's only a couple minutes left anyway, and so yeah. But anyway, you saw most of
it was important to Random Geek or 255 AD. Oh golly.
I don't know how 255 AD feels about that.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Wow.
But yeah, you saw
someone did not tell me about the we got past the bit about you're the founder.
The big reveal, yeah. Which I correctly predicted that your reaction would be just kind of
Well, Yeah, I really was not invested in. That's why I mean, it wouldn't be hard to predict that because 255 AD was saying, have you figured out? Do you know who the founders are? And I'm like, no. So we find out who the founders are. I'm like, okie dokie.
It's not a mystery you were super invested in, yeah.
Steve, everybody wants us to finish out the episode.
Well, we're not going to, so you can.
Man, we're not.
I'm not saying that to you. We're done. We're not doing that. There's only a couple. There's literally like maybe 2 minutes left before the credits.
2 minutes and 49 seconds, according to mine.
Yeah, and I mean, we're not gonna finish. We're practically done. We've seen all of it we need to see.
Did Odo find what he was looking for? I think Odo still hasn't found.
If you hadn't have done it, I would have done it. If you hadn't have done it, I would have done it. Yes, Radical Bacon Wordle. Shall we play Wordle?
All right, you got it. Yeah, yes.
I had the foresight to add it back into my encoder before we returned to the stream. So yes. This is today's
Wordle. Y'all can watch the last of those couple minutes while we struggle through Wordle.
yeah. But anyway, John McWhat, thank you. Basically 2 minutes where all they do is go home. So yeah, there you go. But anyway, okay, so here's today's Wordle.
Steve will explain it to me. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Just read the Memory Alpha article about it.
When did I ever do that? I'm not a nerd, Steve. At least not about this.
I was going to say in this particular way.
Yeah, I am a nerd in other ways. Okay.
So Wordle, your starter word.
What was it? Stare. STARE.
Stare. That's right. Oh, it's a good one this time. You have the T and the R in the wrong place and the A in the right place. So it's something, A, something, and there's a T and an R in there somewhere. But no S and no E.
Okay, train.
Train. Ooh, good one. Okay, TRAIN. Let's see.
Bye, Andrew. Love you.
Dana, you got it. Second guess. Train.
Oh!
Second guess. That's just who you're dealing with, folks.
Yes, Chris, that was my guess too for the second one.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Read it and weep.
So
second guess. Holy shit.
I feel so good.
You should be. You should feel so good. That's fantastic.
Really, it's so silly.
It is silly, but at the same time, it's like you did it. You did it. That's awesome. That's very impressive.
Thanks everybody. All right.
So now you want to talk about our discussion topic for a few minutes?
I'm going to forget about it because I want to give a preview of because I don't want to forget this because I'm going to forget it. So Saturday 6 is not this Saturday, it is next Saturday. But I want to reinforce this. Next Saturday is not just the Saturday 6, it is also prom. And I'm chaperoning prom.
We're chaperoning prom.
And I have to be there at 6:45, y'all. So we are going to do a really, really fast Saturday 6. So like set your alarm clocks or whatever. If you're going to be there, set them to be there because I'll have like 20 minutes to go. Okay, here are the good things. So.
Right. And that's Saturday the 14th, not Saturday the 7th. Yes.
Yes. It's the day after Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's right. But so just a heads up, the next Saturday 6 will be a super short version.
Okay.
Also,
I will talk about these.
Your earrings, your book earrings.
Yes, my earrings. They are in the shape of books.
They are. They're lovely.
Thank you.
I also want to bring up something since we're doing plugs. Tomorrow, not tomorrow. Friday.
One of those days.
I'm doing a special live stream with Jesse Gender.
Oh, lovely.
And it will be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern, not 6. 5 p.m. Eastern. And Jesse and I are going to talk about this about to be completed season of Star Trek Picard. And we will also probably talk a little bit about the premiere episode of Strange New Worlds, which also comes out tomorrow.
Yay,
So
how
that'll be fun. So I haven't scheduled the event yet, but whenever I do schedule it, obviously you can find it on my channel and the upcoming live streams line, and I'll share it all across social media. So watch
all
for
that good
that
stuff.
on this coming Friday, day after tomorrow at 5 p.m. right here on this channel, me and Jesse talking about Star Trek. So,
Sarah, fortunately, it will not be this Saturday. It'll be the following Saturday on the 14th.
Yeah, the 14th.
And tell Kara happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday
from
Kara.
us.
Yes, from
and you should say happy birthday and say a swear.
From the lovely swearing man and the lovely non-swearing, at least as far
mostly
as this,
non-swearing,
as far as video goes.
Oopsie every now and then. All right, so let's talk about the thing.
Yes.
So my theory on why Picard is the way it is that they're experimenting with the form.
Indeed.
They want to, the producers and the creators want to find out exactly how far they can go and have like the really dedicated Star Trek fans still like stick around, where the plot, it's like whose line is it anyway? Where the plot doesn't make any sense.
Everything's made up and the plot doesn't matter. Yeah.
And the plot doesn't matter at all.
That I know that I mean, because you only know about the show from what I've told you, and a little bit from what Jason has told you, and Jason likes it even less than I do. Like for people who have said that I am being too hard on Picard season 2, you trust me. If Jason and I, like, if it was me and Jason doing a live stream together on Friday instead of me and Jesse, Jason would be like, it would make me look like I was giving it positive reviews. Like, he really doesn't like it.
Well, Steve.
Yes.
That's because it's art.
It is art, and it is subjective.
Yes.
So.
And subjectively, you don't like it.
Yes, exactly. There are people who do like it, and that is fine. There are people whose opinion I respect a lot, who happen
to be wrong.
Well, I wouldn't personally say that.
And thinking that it's a good show, they're wrong.
No, I would just say we disagree. I try not to use absolute terms like right and wrong when talking about opinions about art, because it's like,
when they think it's a good show, you think that they're wrong because you think it's a bad show.
Fine. If you insist on phrasing it that way, then yes,
I
think
do.
That they're right. But they're not absolutely wrong. They're, it's just a difference of opinion. It's a disagreement, and it's fine.
It's a different opinion. They think they're right, and you think they're wrong. Okay.
I will say, and you and I have talked about this privately, it's not just that the show is bad, it's the particular ways in which it is bad. And because it is as bad as it is in the particular way that it is bad, it is surprising to me how many people say that not only that they like it, but that they think it's like a brilliant work. Like they think it's like really, there's a particular group of fans that are like, no, it's like one of the best Star Trek shows ever. And I'm like, I really don't see how you get there. Like, I really don't see how you get there at all. But that's, art is subjective. So yeah, your theory is that, I know, like, when we talked about this before, my idea was that because there is this segment of the fan base that is extremely positive, and there's also a segment of the fan base that is just extremely reflexively negative and just hates on everything, no matter what it is, maybe the producers of Picard have decided to just kind of ignore all of the negative and critical comments because they lump all of those in with the haters, and they're just like, well, these people don't like anything, and they just ignore
haters gonna hate.
Yeah. And they listen to the people who are just in rapture over it, and they're like, well, we must be doing something right. So they haven't, like, they don't recognize, or they don't, or
that
they don't
lover's
think
gonna love.
They don't think that there's any problem, because like the problems with Picard this season are many of the same problems that it had in its first season. It's just they're turned way, way up. Like all of they're
It
just
goes up to 11.
it goes up to 11. Number one, these go to 11. But yeah, so I do like I do think it's a cute idea. Like maybe it's a social experiment. Maybe like they're
how far can we poke it? You know, if we keep poking, how much will they take?
Or maybe
what happens if we press this button?
What is the maximum, like, sort of inverse ratio of plot to length? Like how little, what is the smallest amount of plot that we can smear across the largest number of episodes?
Steve, that's very manly of you. Men smear.
It's not man spreading, it's plot spreading.
So you broke the toast. So what? All right. Actually, so we need to wrap this up. I gotta pee.
Yes, because
I gotta pee because I drank my tea.
I like that. You're a poet, and I believe you do know it, actually. So
yep.
All right.
I know how clever I am.
So let's not forget Dana's YouTube channel, youtube.com/DanaColdares. Watch her videos, leave her comments.
There's one coming up tomorrow.
Yes. And also don't forget Dana's Patreon, patreon.com/DanaColdares.
Yep.
$20 a month gets you a very fine hat.
It does. And I need to put up my next swear jar video.
That's right. Which is ready to go.
On that.
You just need to
get on that. Get on that.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget my Patreon if you want to support me and my channel, patreon.com/Steve Shives. And
Steve Shives.
And also, that's me. And also, you can become, if you don't want to become a patron, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button. And also, I mentioned it a minute ago, but just reminder, this Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, me and Jesse Gender doing a live stream together on this channel, talking about Star Trek stuff, talking about primarily Star Trek Picard season 2, and probably also the first episode of Strange New Worlds. And yeah, I believe
Charity links.page, very important.
Yes, thank you very much.
We have friends who we have people that we know and care about who could use some help, and it's always great to be able to help people.
Yes, indeed. Charitylinks.page, linked in the description. And yes, Sarah, thank you. Ensign's Log season 5 has begun, everybody. So
Ensign's Log season 5 and late seating as well.
That's true. Late seating. We just over the weekend we recorded my birthday episode of Late Seating. Thank you. My birthday episode of Late Seating is in which we review one of my very, very favorite movies in the entire universe, the Patrick Swayze opus, Roadhouse. Quite possibly, I won't even say quite possibly, most definitely the greatest Patrick Swayze film of all time.
Oh my goodness gracious.
The crowning achievement of Patrick Swayze's magnificent career. Yes. The Swayziest.
Tip of the top is Roadhouse, and there we stop.
Yes. The Swayziest Swayze of them all. And yeah, we'll be back next week for the next episode of Hilda.
More reluctantly.
Yes. More reluctantly.
Well, exactly. I mean, we won't be more reluctantly than we were tonight. Hopefully that won't happen again.
Ghost Wheel, I will disagree with you slightly. Picard and Boba Fett don't have the exact same problem, because at least Picard didn't randomly turn into someone else's show halfway through. With Boba Fett, it was like, yeah, do you like this? Do you find this interesting? Fuck you. Here comes the Mandalorian. It's the Mandalorian now. And I'm like, I didn't find it interesting, so I don't really mind. But like, what if someone was watching it, was really into the Boba Fett stuff, and then they were like, nah, forget it. It's the Mandalorian. Psych, gotcha.
They were like, but people really liked the Mandalorian. That was doing really well. I bet if we did that again.
I'm thinking, let's do like 3 episodes of Boba Fett and make it the most boring, pointless bullshit ever. And then we'll bring in the Mandalorian and everybody will be like, Mando's back. Yay, thank God. You know.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
I really got to go.
Dana has to go. I have to go. Thank you for hanging in there with us during the technical difficulties. I apologize once again. And we'll see you next week for Hilda. Thanks, everybody.
Steve,
Bye-bye.
don't kick the
Yes.
cord.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.